There are some truths in life that we often forget. And not being aware of these can have serious consequences for your life. In this video, I'm going to talk about 1 out of 5 obvious truths. Truth number 1. When you spend money, you sell your freedom. When you save money, you buy your freedom. The more money you spend on unnecessary things, the more trapped you become in this modern form of slavery. If you waste your money, you will always be forced to work a 9 to 5, where you trade your time, your energy, and your soul for money that keeps slipping through your fingers. This is a trap many of us fall into. We believe we need to spend our money. So we buy new clothes, experiences, we travel, or we choose short-term comfort and trade our money for car rides, entrance fees, alcohol, and junk food. Stop for a moment and think about what you're really doing here. Personally, I can't see any point in continuing to trade my time, my life, just to keep doing that. I don't want to wake up at 50 and realize I wasted my life doing things I never wanted to do, simply to survive. And this is something we know we're doing. We spend our money on crap instead of building long-term freedom and security. And yet we often forget that we can actually choose a different direction. Imagine that you stop consuming and choose to invest your money in something that can generate more cash. There are many things you can invest in, but the most safe option is index funds. What people don't understand is that when you have 100 grand invested, their returns can generate $10,000 per year. That's essentially free travel, clothes, and whatever else you want. But let's scale it down. When you just have 30k saved, you suddenly feel much safer and freer in life. You're not as afraid of losing your job, and you can be more yourself at work. If something unexpected happens to your car, your home, your pets, or someone close to you, you have the capital to deal with that problem. That means less stress and less fear of the unexpected. But the most important thing is this. When you have money saved, you have the ability to buy your own future income. You can choose to quit your job and focus on something that aligns more with you. You can start a business or start YouTube like I did. Maybe you want to work on game design, music, film, or polishing stones. Whatever it is that you genuinely enjoy. When you have this money, those possibilities suddenly open up. The further you go with this, saying the more money you have, the more freedom you can buy yourself. If you're a millionaire, for example, you never have to be forced to work again. You can decide exactly how you want to spend your days. To me, that is freedom. And you don't have to go all the way with this. You can simply choose to consume less and save more, and still benefit greatly from it. Many people on YouTube aim to become financially independent by a certain age, which is a great goal. But you might also decide that you just want to save enough to be able to work part-time in the future, giving you more time for what you enjoy, and more time with your family. That's important. When you have money, you have the opportunity to spend more time with your family and create more fulfilling relationships, so that your kids grow up into healthy, happy individuals, instead of unhealthy addicts. For a long time I've had the goal of becoming rich, largely because of the freedom it brings. But before I started saving, I used to think, while spending, that these are just small amounts compared to what I'll earn in the future, so it doesn't matter if I waste them. That's a very stupid way of thinking. It's exactly these smaller amounts that create the space to build something that can generate a lot of money later on. And if I never manage to earn a high income, then through saving, I've at least won myself a bronze medal. I can still live a comfortable, wealthy life. Money is something to fall back on. And you shouldn't believe the idea that money is somehow evil. Money is completely neutral. It's the person holding it who decides whether it's used for good or bad. I'm gonna start to wrap things up for today. I am making a series of this and will create 5 episodes in total. The next truth is something that really no one acknowledges, that can help with anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues. And it's not meditation, stress relief exercises, or working out. It's something deeper. With videos like these, it's easy for them to be forgotten. Maybe you listen to this one, and right after you hop onto the next video, and are bombarded with new information. This, what I've talked about today, is something that can really change your life. And I would therefore like to give you a little bit of homework. If you think about when you read books, you do this over a longer time, maybe every day, and therefore it sticks with you much more. I would therefore want you to listen to this video once every day for the next 5 days, for the information to really stick, so that it's easier for you to take a step into the right direction, the direction that will give you freedom. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.